If you made it past the intro, you're exactly where you're supposed to be. My name is the Runner Love, and if you don't know me, you're about to know me. And this is my healing diaries, 30 days to getting to know inner me to become a better me. And like one of the things that I want to talk about today is, we'll just get into it. like I said in the quote unquote pilot or whatever, I am just going to talk about how I feel about a lot of stuff. Like, being in tune with the universe the way that I have been as of late is eye-opening, but it's also actively shifting my mindset in a way that I feel no one could have prepared me for. Because, like, being off of my phone, you would think, I didn't think that would do a lot of stuff, but it actually, I kind of only get on my phone now to post. I don't even really... If I scroll, it's way less than what I was doing before because I'm intentionally trying to do other things to entertain my time. Also, too much noise is now a problem. And if anyone knows me, I'm the type of girl that will be at a concert and be in front of that freaking bass at the front of the stage and not bothered. But now it's like, okay, I crave silence. I crave quietness. I crave, alone time. And I've been kind of keeping myself away from my boyfriend, not because I don't love him or don't want to be around him, but because I'm kind of having to date myself right now. And I was explaining that to him, and he was telling me, oh, that sounds a little complicated, but good, and it's a good thing. And he's extremely supportive. And I'm actually in my car right outside his house, and it's because I was in there, but I'm going to get into that in just a minute. But today is my designated rest day, so I was like, but you know what I was planning on doing? I was planning on going to Dollar Tree and getting a bunch of stuff. I have a designated day for all the errands, by the way, and I went to the mall today, and I was just planning on window shopping or whatever, and I was like, should I get this? And it's like this poster thing or whatever. I was like, should I get this? Should I not? It's not that important. And then I really felt guilty buying it because it was like $30, and it was two posters that when you walk by, it changes the picture or whatever. And I'm bringing this up because it's important when it comes to my healing, is that one of the things that I realize is a very toxic habit is letting myself splurge and then letting myself be without, right? So I was like, is that one of these moments where I just splurged on something and I really don't need it? And then I realized, no, it's not that I didn't need it, but I also need to treat myself. It's okay to do that. And I need to be comfortable doing that, but not too comfortable. I need to regulate what splurging is and what splurging isn't. And I think that is a huge problem I have. Is I don't know when to spend on myself, and then I don't know when not to. So $30 doesn't seem like a lot, in total today, lavish-wise, I spent $40 on myself. And when I say it out loud, that's not a lot in comparison to a lot of things. That money can be made back. But my point being is why do I do this? Why did I do this? Because today is my rest day, and I'm supposed to treat myself on my rest day. I'm supposed to have a good time on my rest day. So I feel like maybe making my rest day way more important for me. I'm literally lecturing myself in my head, literally in my boyfriend's room, just being like, oh my God, maybe I shouldn't have spent that. Maybe it was a useless purchase. No, it wasn't useless because it made me feel good. I have something to hang up in my room now. And, it's encouraging me to go get more command strips. I also got advice from another small business owner, in which, if you don't know, I am a small business owner and I'm trying to get the word out there. So while I'm over there, I'm, making communications with different, with different small businesses that are in that mall. So no, I wasn't wasting my time. I was I was spending my rest day in any way I want to that didn't have to do with work. And I think that is something that is going to be really hard during these next 30 days, is not overworking myself. Because I definitely am a freaking workaholic. Like, if I don't have anything to do, that's fucking torture. Oh, that is fucking torture just to have me. Well, it's torture when it's by myself. And I think that's the point. Right. I was literally like praying, right? Because I went, my poor puppy Frost, he ended up having an accident in the store, which he has never had that happen before, but he was just not feeling too hot. So I got to get him some medicine. But he had that and I sent him home, and then I realized I had a package going to my boyfriend's house. The reason why I have it go to his house instead of my apartment is because it's a house. I don't expect anyone to steal from there. And I might start switching it to my apartment because everyone is so chill at my apartment. There's only like 4 people there. Like, it's so nice. But, point being is, I like to have my stuff come here instead. And I was just like, in my head, I'm like, universe, are you trying to tell me it's okay to like go hang out with my boyfriend while I'm healing? Like, are you giving me hints that it's okay? And it just, like, I feel like me and the universe are having this like parentified mentorship going on, because I feel so like, can I, should I, would I? But in motion, it feels like my spirit guides and my angels and the universe are all collaborating together to help me understand that working on myself is completely, like, this is the main thing in these next 30 days. But I still need to nurture these other relationships. That doesn't mean that I need to be calling every day. The whole point of the rule of, like, no calling unless it's whatever. No calling doesn't, work if I need my partner or my partner needs me. And those are the exceptions. And I need to nurture my relationship. And I need to do it in a way that doesn't suffocate me, right? And suffocating me is spending too much of my time at my boyfriend's house, because it is draining for me to not be home, where home has become my nest of safe space. And I've never really lived on my own. And this is like the 4th month of doing that. I kind of am very proud of myself for maintaining that, as it were. And I'm very much like nervous or worried about like if I'm going to make it through this month, because like that's what spending does to me. Like, unnecessary purchases, even purchases for my business, make me feel that way. But I think that's everyone right now, because bills are crazy, tariffs are crazy, everything's crazy right now. But we're not going to get into politics, because I'm just trying to talk about the healing journey, okay? Right now, I'm also learning to accept the things that cannot change. Like, that, like, Christian prayer. By the way, I'm not Christian, so I'm sorry, guys. I'm very spiritual. I'm not religious in any way. So I'm over here just kind of like, all right, well, I have to accept that this happened, and I kind of have to move on from it. And I feel like I'm very sensitive right now, too. I'm very sensitive. I'm very easily overstimulated. This is the most unmasked I've ever been around, like, my boyfriend. And it's like, sorry, I had to take a breath. It is like, it's really weird and hard to, like, do anything like that, And I'm very overly, like, overwhelmed by emotion. I'm overwhelmed by plenty of different emotions. Like, I was literally starting to cry when I was coming over here, when I realized that my boyfriend's mom is more of a mom to me than like my parent. You know what I mean? Like, Miss Wallace. Like, she, and if you don't know who Miss Wallace is, you need to go back to the pilot, bro. You got to start over because you missed it. But it's so difficult to, like, it's so difficult to navigate right now, because I have to regulate. I have ADHD, and I'm raw dogging ADHD. I have no medication. I'm unmedicated. I've been unmedicated since I was 18. Like, I'm raw dogging these symptoms, because medication might be really bad for my brain right now. That's also what's going to be revealed in the test too, which is insane. But yeah, I feel like there's so many things shifting. And there's something that I feel called to like talk about with this. And I feel like people will resonate with this when they hear it. One of the things that have been shifting for me is I've been craving healthier foods, and for some reason, avocado was what came up in my brain, like rice, avocado, and maybe chicken. And it was because my neighbor, she's Venezuelan, and she cooked me this gorgeous meal. She's teaching me Spanish, and it had avocado in it, and rice, and pork, which I don't actually eat pork, but I respect other people's culture, so I ate it anyway. And it was delicious. And the pork that she made me was so good it tastes like chicken. Like, you ever season pork so good it tastes like fucking chicken? You if you know, you fucking know. It tastes amazing. And it reminded me that what I just ate from her was the healthiest thing I had in weeks, it feels like, right? So I was like, how do I replicate that, you know? And I was thinking to myself, well, why don't I... Excuse me. Hopefully that doesn't spread through the screen. But like, basically, I found myself, you know, thinking of recipes, and I think I mentioned in the previous video that I bought avocados. Like, that was the reason why I bought avocados. I don't know if I talked about it. I can't really remember, but avocados seem so significant. And I say that because I've always thought that avocados look nasty. Like, they look like you eat it. Like, guac is okay, but I thought avocados was going to be nasty, but I started loving having it. Like, I can't be without it. And I found out it's such a great source of nutrients, right? I also found out that the seed, when you plant it, becomes a tree and it can bear fruit within 8 years. And all I could think about is like, wow. And if you don't know anything about me like that, I've been wanting to grow a garden for years, but I've never gotten the courage to do it. This is the perfect reason to. And I say that this is significant because me planting a literal seed while I'm growing and changing and healing is so representative. It reminds me of the tree of life. It reminds me of like how crazy that life, how life is connected in almost every single way. When you look at our cells and how they interact with each other, it reminds you of a tree. And it is so significant. And I don't know, I've been noticing like things that satisfy me that I never thought would. Like, last time I talked about the hair thing, right? Oh, I just did that. Ugh, that felt so good. Like, I've never done that to myself on purpose, but now, like, it feels so nice to just do that to myself, right? But another thing I found out, and it does include the avocados, okay? Sorry, this is an avocado episode. But, I really like doing the little cut thing and like getting the avocado out, right? I plan on using a technique I found from TikTok. Everyone knows who this person is. It's the guy who uses science to like make life easy or whatever. Love him. Put him in the comments if you know who he is, because I can't remember his name right now. I love him, but I can't remember his name. That's real love right there. Real love right there. Remember what you put out in the world, but not your name. But basically, he shows that you put the seed, you put it in water for like an hour, and then you put it, you wrap it in a towel, put it in a Ziploc bag, and you put it under the oven, and you wait like 3 weeks to a couple months or whatever. I can't remember how long. I think it's 3 weeks to like 5 weeks or whatever. And basically, whenever it starts to grow or sprout or crack or whatever, you put it in, you let it suspend in water for a long ass time. And then after that, once it starts to grow stems, really strong stems, you put it into a pot, and you do that, whatever. So I was thinking I should do that. That's like the greatest thing ever, because then I can kind of keep track of my progress with my plant, and me and my plant can grow this relationship together. And I know that's a weird, like, thing to say, but I mean, avocados are so good. I made this smoothie and it was so good. I think I gave the recipe in the last video, but it's just, there's a lot of things that satisfy me, and I really like getting the shell off. I don't know, it's so satisfying. Anyway, healing, or like focusing on healing, it really does feel like you're dating yourself, because you have to genuinely separate the trauma from your identity. And I know that sounds like a weird thing to say, but when you grew up in trauma based environments, it kind of accidentally becomes your personality. And I say that because I'm that person that trauma dumps on everyone too quickly, too easily, and I'm thinking I'm spreading awareness when no, I'm making that my personality. You see how that feels weird? So we're going to try and not do that. If trauma is going to be a part of anything, it should be a part of my healing process, but not a part of my personality. Like when people think of me and they think about my healing, yeah, they're going to think about my trauma, but they're going to think about the work that I put into it, and they're going to think about the result that happened with it. They're not going to focus on oh yeah, no, they're going to focus on the end result and the process that it took to get there. And I feel like as time goes on, these videos are going to be more long-based conversations, and it's only because I have so much to say and I have so much to do, and every day is a new day. And it feels like 12 hours, 12 hours in a day is way longer than people give it credit for, because so many emotions and so many things can happen within a day. Like, this is day 3 and I already feel like it's been a month, genuinely. And me and the spirit being so intertwined is insane, because like I said earlier, it feels like a parentified mentorship with with the universe and my angels. And I was literally sitting in there, right? And I was just laying down, and I was rewatching my video because, encouragement, just trying to see what I did or whatever. And I realized that, I literally was, praying. I was like, universe, should I stay? How long should I be here? It is okay to rest is what I get from today. It's okay to rest. It is okay to lay down. It is okay to hang out with your boyfriend. It's okay to nurture those relationships. It is okay. And it's just regulation. And I feel like what today is really about, is regulating my experiences and regulating what is okay and what is not. Because you think that you're taught what's right and what's wrong and what's good and what's not. And you might know the basic morals or whatever, but you don't know how to execute shit properly. And that is something I have to sit with, is I have to sit with the fact that I don't know how to execute my life the way I'm supposed to, because I wasn't taught that when I was younger, so now I'm having to do that now. And regulation is very overwhelming, very stressful, very demure, very elegant. Sorry. But yeah, that's how I feel right now. I feel like, for me personally, I love my boyfriend and his family, because I love my best friend too. They've been so supportive. So supportive. Me and him are going to watch Kingsman tonight. But I set a boundary of being home at 10, which is good for me. I was going to go out to a bar tonight. Mainly my favorite bar, because they have karaoke there. But I'm glad that I took this day to rest. As much as I'm going to keep running, I'm not stopping the ball. I'm taking a breath. And I think that's something I need to be okay with. And because if I burn myself out, I'm just going to burn myself out. You know what I mean? So this video was a little bit longer than normal, and I will be reviewing the homework, but I'm going to go ahead. So the homework last time was basically making a plan of action based off of the based off of the homework from the pilot. Basically making a plan of action to work on the things that, you know, you didn't like about yourself, or just like, or I'm gonna say we, because we're doing this together. But what we don't like about ourselves, or what we want to work on, really. And I will say, I do remember the answer to one of them, and that was the studying thing. But I'm gonna let editor me put that in here, because I don't have my notebook with me. I know, I'm so sorry. I don't have my notebook with me. But yeah, so I think since, you know, we have done our homework, right? Right? Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and dish out some homework, and I'll review what I wrote, and you can put it in the comment section of the last video or this video. I don't care. Put it somewhere. Just make sure it's the homework from whatever video so I can look at it. But for this video in particular, I think the homework should be based on that plan of action. Your homework is to make a chart. Yes, you heard me correctly. Make a chart. Okay. And whoever makes a chart, I'm gonna, you know, I'm gonna send them a link to, like, I'm gonna email them a invite to my Discord, and I want you to, you know, send me some pictures. I want to see your chart. I want you to make a chart, and we're very similar to a chore chart. Okay. I already have one, and it kind of keeps me in line. So I want you to make a chart, and I'm going to put a reference at the end of this video, like, or I guess editor me will show you what I'm talking about. I want you to make a chart, but I want you to make it for you. And this is more of a habit tracker / chore chart to help you stay focused with today. You don't have to have a whiteboard like I do, but I mean, the cheapest whiteboard I've gotten is from freaking Dollar Tree, and then gotten some dang command strips, if that helps. But me personally, this chart has been helping me stay on top of everything and make sure that I know what I'm supposed to be doing. But basically, I'm gonna let editor me show exactly what I'm talking about, how to use it, etc., etc. So yeah, this video is a bit longer. I'm so sorry. Sorry. You're here still, so thank you for doing that. But yeah, I'm gonna let editor me take over. So see you in a minute. Ren here, and it's dark and it's blue light because my test is in the morning, and we're trying to make sure my brain doesn't get triggered by too much bright light. Okay, so for the homework, when it comes to plan of action, the plan of action is one, for how the attention span I have is to be using Opal in a way that works with my brain, or learning how my brain works. That's a plan of action. Two was, one second, I'll be right back. Alright, so the second one was how undisciplined I am. So that one, it has something to do with the chart, actually. Just focusing more on the chart that I have at home. I will have to show you guys that in a separate video, so sorry about that. I'm at my boyfriend's house, and he's going to have to help me get up really early because I didn't realize that the preparation for this procedure, I have to sleep for like 3 to 4 hours. I can't do more than that, so he's helping me with that. My baby just brought me some water, so you better drink yours. Sorry, not sorry, y'all. My man was giving me a bunch of kisses and telling me that I've done great today and to give myself like some love. So give yourself some love too. Okay, sorry. Aggressive love, okay? Okay, where were we? So yeah, being undisciplined. So just kind of practicing this chore chart thing. I will have to make a separate video about that, mainly because I want to go in depth on how it works. So make sure to stay tuned for that. I'll at some point link it whenever I post it. So, you know, keep an eye on the channel, push that bell notification. Anyway. The next one is actually something we talked about today, which is the lack of self-care, and being able to regulate in general. Like basically it ties in together because I need to be disciplined enough to give a shit about self-care. And that means hygiene, that means taking care of myself and making it a non-negotiable. As a non-negotiable, do the bare minimum, like washing, brushing my teeth, washing my face, things like that. And I think my plan of action for that is basically, I will definitely be posting my homework in the comments, like you should be. So I'll post that in the previous video. But basically, I believe my plan for that was to, what's the word? Sorry, I had a squirrel moment. ADHD squirrel moment on live. That's crazy. But yeah, so basically what I want to do is, I'm drawing a blank. What was I talking about? Oh shit, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Jesus Christ. But basically, my goal for that was just like make it a routine, make it habit. That's literally the plan of action, is not waiting, just doing it, like making it an extreme priority, right? Okay, on to the next plan of action. Okay, so how I crave to study, but I actively avoid it, and it's normally because I'm worried about like time and all that, but really 30 minutes goes by really quickly, and it's something that I can do. So I would say my plan of action, and I actually have been using it, is as soon as I get through the door, train myself to go and study for 15 to 30 minutes to an hour. Right when I wake up, do the same thing. Right before I go to bed, do the same thing. And just keep doing it and keep doing it and keep doing it until it's habit and routine. So basically just making it a routine instead of a, oh yeah, I'm going to do it this day. No, I'm just going to do it every single day. Just do it. Do it! Okay, sorry. I don't know what that was. Okay, so hygiene and self-care, they can go together, but self-care has more to it than hygiene. And I think I didn't add that part into it. Because the last one is basically just hygiene. And I hate to admit that. I hate to admit that because depression is a bitch and it makes it really, really hard to keep up with my hygiene. Point blank period. I hate it so much. What I mean by self-care is like what I'm doing today. I'm relaxing at my boyfriend's house even though I could be just at home working and working and working and working. Self-care is about managing stress, self-care, and then the other part of self-care, which is hygiene, is making sure that you're clean and feel good, which does help with stress, but yeah, that is my plan of action. My plan of action is to really hone in and focus on discipline, routine, and making things a habit, right? But yeah, tonight I'm staying there at my boyfriend's house because of my procedure. Everyone, please wish me luck. Hopefully it is positive. So that I can get the help that I need, because I need answers. I don't want to have the diagnosis, but I do want answers to why things are going wrong. Because I did have another episode. I had a very similar to seizures. I had it earlier today, and it's why you can see I'm dirt, like all these bags and stuff. But I love you guys so much. I'll be posting this hopefully before midnight. But if not, I mean, you're still going to get more of me tomorrow, so, But yeah, I love you, and make sure to do your homework, because I do pay attention, okay? I don't really have many people watching. I think it says I have 7 viewers, but I love all 7 of you, so. But you should be doing your homework. Where's your homework, guys? Turn it in. All right, anyway, love you. Bye.
My whole life I felt mostly numb. I didn't understand why those small pieces of joy seemed ever so fleeting.